How many times can you rebuild from apocalypse? The kicker mechanic is back, baby!
Welcome in to the next Fireside review. This one is going to be Legend.
Wait for it.
Derry. I remember buying my first pack of Magic cards in 2014, back in the day, and as it's the 25th anniversary of Magic this year, Dominaria is a play that lots of players love, and they're going back to for the first time in a long time. We're taking a break from the Gatewatch, so we're going back to some of the older storylines, and you've got figures like Khan and uwg-er, and some of the other planeswalkers, which is I think is nice to focus on. There's lots of exciting new legendary creatures in the set. Some of our favourites include...
Yeah, one of my favourites is one of the rare ones actually. It's the Angel, Salar, Voice of the Plenty. So it's 4 mana, 1 white, 3 normal, fly-in for a 3/4, and it makes you, planeswalkers, and other creatures you control have hexproof. And it's got another ability that puts 1/1 counters on all your creatures you control. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty powerful card. I mean, like a 3/4 for a flyer for 4 mana is already pretty good. Plus, giving yourself, planeswalkers, and other creatures hexproof seems like a really good ability. So, I mean, in terms of what deck it would fit into, I was thinking maybe
Angel Tribal.
Angel Tribal. But like maybe I don't know, maybe white green. I'd say a ramp into the Angels maybe, and then hexproof.
Yeah, it could be some kind of ramp deck. Obviously, the Angels are normally a bit more expensive, 4 or 5 mana, so maybe they need a bit of ramp to get there.
Exactly.
But it seems like a strong card. I think it's really important having 4 toughness in the format, because obviously in standard it avoids things like lightning strike and a braid. Yeah, I used to take the words out of my mouth. But and obviously they have to use their removal on this, so you can just like build up your whole board, put your other important threats on, and as soon as you play this, then they have to spend their like fancy removal trying to kill this.
Exactly. Yeah.
First. So yeah, pretty good.
Another card also, Torgar, the Famine Incarnate. It's 8 mana. However, me and Andy realised there's actually turn 3 kill with this card.
Bit of a turn 3 kill in standard.
It costs 2 less if you sacrifice a creature to play it. So if you sacrifice 3 fruit creatures, then it will only cost 2 black mana.
Yeah, so you play a 1-drop that can swing for a 2 or so, and then turn 2 you play this, half their life down to 10, get in with a 2-drop for that 2 damage, and so they're down to 8 on turn 2, and then turn 3 you can you either swing in with this, or maybe like a more robust plans if we give Torgar flying or something, just to do that.
On several rings, because it's +1/+1, vigilance, flying, lifelink.
That's gonna feel pretty good, isn't it?
A bit of overkill.
Yeah, maybe a bit of overkill. And well, you may ask, how are we going to play this on turn 3? Well, we're going to use the new Mox Amber, obviously, the new artifact with our legendary creature. So it's all pretty viable, I think. Doesn't die to fatal push.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. And there are lots of other exciting legendaries in the set. I particularly like Adeliz the Cinderwind, who's a red-blue flying wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Looks like a quite powerful card, and you might notice that it's an uncommon as opposed to a rare. It almost looks like a rare level, because I think it's going to be quite a powerful set for drafting in general, and in standard as well. I think they tried to, they went a bit far with energy, and it meant that all the cards were quite powerful, so I suppose these cards have to compete in quite a big standard environment, because they're starting to get so many cards in standard.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it seems really powerful for an uncommon, I guess, and Fatal Push. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, Fatal Push is still pretty evident in the format, but we'll, I guess we'll see. Maybe Red Blue Wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
This will be a thing. They've printed 2 new spells as well with this. Wizard's Lightning is Lightning Bolt, and Wizard's Retort is the counter spell if you have a wizard on the battlefield. The counter spell is slightly worse than, say, the one printed in Dragons of Tarkir, which was counterspell if you reveal the dragon, but obviously I think this is still quite a powerful card. But I think that the lightning might be more powerful in the format, because normally a control deck doesn't want to play too many creatures, so having that wizard is might be more difficult, even though things like Boral are in the format. So I think the red's going to be more relevant with the creatures like Soulscar Mage, who are wizards.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, I agree. Works well with Soulscar Mage and Burrell. And yeah, I mean 1 mana for 3 damage to any target seems pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And if you've got a wizard's deck, then you're bound to have a wizard up. So yeah, it seems really powerful to me. Definitely see some standard play, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try and build around it. I had a red-blue flyers deck, and I think I might try and incorporate the wizard's sub-theme into that, because you've got things like Nimble Obstructionist as well. So I think it could be quite strong.
Yeah, dude. So you also might notice the frame on the legendary cards has changed. This is probably to show their special cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, lately they've been changing the style of the cards up a bit as well.
Yeah.
As you know, with the inventions. So I quite like it.
I think it's quite cool. Yeah, the last few sets they've introduced a little watermark to show when you have an event that's important to the story. Like on Vraska's Content in the last set, you can see the little players walk symbol to show that this is like something going on in the story. So I suppose they want to introduce this frame to show that the legendary creatures are important, even though I don't know what Adelis does in her life. But yeah,
Lots of magic things.
lots of magic things. Along with all the legendary creatures, they've also introduced legendary sorceries for the first time. So there are specific spells which you need a legendary creature or planeswalker already on the battlefield to be able to cast this. And some of them seem like a bit underwhelming, and obviously having that restriction makes it harder to cast them. They seem fine, like Karn Temporal Sundering is a take an extra turn spell for 6 mana, lets you bounce a permanent as well, which is, it's a fair rated card, but I don't think the legendary adds much to it. I think it's cool from a story point of view and like a flavour, but otherwise it seems like an average card.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like the flavour of them, and the art on them is pretty cool. But in terms of actually how good they are, I think they're fairly average. I don't think that's really that much play. Maybe the white one, depending on.
Yeah, it depends but that exiles people's non-legendary creatures. So if everyone's playing legendary creatures, then you'd be stuck anyway.
True, exactly.
I guess we'll see.
Recently I've taken a break from Magic, but I've dyed my hair blonde, smashed a PPTQ, and yeah, now I'm smashing it, so that's the way to do it if you want to get good at Magic. So carrying on with the legendary theme, there's also I think called historic spells in the new set. So they are artifacts, legendary spells, and sagas. So there's cards that interact with these historic spells, such as the Magpie. So it's called the Artificer's Assistant.
Yeah.
Artificer.
Oh, that's what I've been saying.
So,
I don't know if it's right or not.
So yeah, I like the art for a start. In it, you know, it's a bird with like a key in its mouth. But yeah, it's one more.
Bit of a magic meme, I think.
Magic meme.
I reckon it's going to be pretty popular, this little bird.
This little boy.
Yeah, this little boy.
So yeah, it's 1/1 flyer, and whenever you're casting a historic spell, you get to scry one. And there's a lot of legendary sagas and artifacts in the set, so I think you're going to get a fair bit of value out of this card. But yeah, it pushes again the whole legendary theme of the set. But yeah, we're going to move on to sagas.
Yeah, as you mentioned, one of the historic spells is a saga, which is a new type of spell for the set. It's a type of enchantment, and we've got one here, which is a History of Dominaria, and essentially it follows a storyline. So it's the idea of following through chapters of a book to get to like the end result. So in this example, you play this enchantment, you make a 2/2 knight. Then on the next turn, after you draw step, you make another 2/2 knight. And then on the third turn, you sacrifice the enchantment, and it gives your knights +2/+1. So it follows through like different stages, and then you'll sacrifice the enchantment. But there are some pretty powerful ones. This is quite a good one for 3 mana. It seems like a good rate. You get 2 creatures and then like an anthem effect as well. It's a mythic, so they've put them pretty highly. So maybe that's because they appreciate how strong that they really are. But I think the saga is definitely promising.
Yeah, I think especially this card is really good.
Maybe we'll see Solemnity come in as the old cyborg answer to the sagas, because it actually stops you from putting the law counters on. So and then you don't activate the abilities. So maybe we'll see that. One of the returning mechanics in the set is going to be Kicker. Kicker is a additional cost you can pay on top of a card's mana cost to get an extra bonus effect. And some of the easiest ones to see this on is one of the new mythics, Varric's Bladewing, which has it's a 4 mana 4/4 flyer with Kicker 3. And if you pay that extra 3, so you pay 7 mana total when you cast it, then you actually end up with 2 4/4 dragons. I think this seems like a sweet card, but maybe not as good as the Phoenix currently printed as standard. So I'm not sure how much play it is, but I think it's sweet.
Yeah, I think you'd definitely play it if you were in red.
Yeah.
For 4, but yeah, again, I agree. I don't think it's really a mythic. I'd more so it's rare.
It feels a bit rare-y because a bit like Register Alpha, but it's kind of comparable to that, and that's a rare. So maybe like obviously you have the flexibility, but maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see play, but it just feels slightly weaker than the Phoenix at the moment. But
yeah,
but it's as a kicker ability, I think it's a good one to show off on. Another one that's good to show it off is Territorial Allosaurus, which is I think one of your favourite cards in the set, isn't it?
I quite like it. I like the art in it, especially. I think it's quite cool.
Does it pretty dope?
I think it's the only dinosaur in the set. Obviously, we've had dinosaurs before in Ixalan.
It's nice to see a few dinosaurs still being printed, and I think there's a few like merfolk and vampires about in the set, so that they can kind of add a few more to the tribes of Ixalan. It's nice that they've kind of carried on that theme, so that those archetypes change a bit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, if people who have already got these themed decks, they don't have to sort of give up on it. They can add pieces to it on the set.
This one's comparable to Ripjaw Raptor because obviously they're both 2 green and 2, and this maybe feels better than Ripjaw Raptor. Obviously, they're losing the card draws worse, but because it's just straight up a 5/5, its stats are better. But because you have the kicker, which means the late game and you can have it fight something, which seems really strong. But even just playing it as a 5/5 just seems pretty decent for 4 mana.
Yeah, I agree. It seems pretty powerful. Like I said, if you get the kicker on it, you're going to get a 5 down and kill one of their pretty big creatures. So yeah, it seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, kicker's a very strong mechanic, and I think it's going to be very prominent in limited and draft as well. Just because sometimes the games go a bit longer as well. So
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, a bit of a fan favourite, I think, kicker. It's
David Beckham as well. I think he's a fan of it.
It'll be hard to just tell what exactly. Jesus Christ, Benton. So looking to the future, the two of us have GP Birmingham to look forward to in May. Hope to see you there if you are there. Obviously the pre-release is coming up next week, so
don't be shy about coming up to us, asking for a photo. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's pretty. You might see us at the spell slinging event where all the pros play you. I mean, we won't be the pros that you'll be playing, but we might be at the event anyway. So that's pretty big there. Pretty big.
I think at the moment I'm going to be running tokens for my standard deck. I think it's the strongest deck I've got at the moment anyway.
I think tokens is a strong deck, and I think it might get some new tools with the saplings going on in the new set.
Yeah, I might have to splash green a bit further at the moment and just splash it for Vraska. But yeah, the tokens of saplings might come into it.
Yeah, especially that 2 mana spell with the kicker. That just seems like a more variable version of Servo Exhibition. So maybe that's a powerful card which might be toyed with. Or even like a Tender Shoot Dryad, which is obviously a big bomb in limited, but maybe that's a little. Maybe it'll see more play in standard if saplings are a bigger thing. So.
What about you? You going flyers?
I am looking forward to. I am definitely looking forward to testing with wizards.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I think red blue might be the way to go. Maybe it's just mono red or something like that, like an aggressive tempo type deck. I think there's definitely a deck there, but how powerful it will be, I think depends. Obviously, there is quite a large card pool. I'm also interested in testing knights. I think there's going to be some nutty mono white aggro deck, which is always going to white weenie always comes back every so often. So maybe with the start of the format, maybe we'll see something like that. With because there's been more 2/1s been printed. We've already got Sky Marcher's Aspirant from the old set, so maybe we'll see more of those, and an aggressive white deck might come out of it, especially with the printing of the 3 the mono white triple colour casting ones. which obviously you have to be a mono red to cast easily. So mono white, sorry, should I say?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Do you think you'll make any new decks instead of just improving on your tokens?
Well, I'm definitely going to make the turn 3 kill deck with the big.
I think that's going to be a big player at the in the meta now. The old turn 3 kill.
And also the rat colony one, I think is going to be pretty potent. The GP.
I think it's difficult to say, but those rats are. I think that's a really interesting card. We haven't seen a card like that in a while. And obviously, this is the rat card is a throwback to pack rat, but obviously that pack rat was a very viable strategy in standard, and was pretty crazy. I mean, we don't have a printing immutable in standard, but otherwise, maybe that's what's stopping the old rat aggro going off.
Pre-release next weekend. You're getting 2 rares now in your pre-release box, not just 1.
Yeah, it just shows you how much they really care about the legendaries in the set, because you'll get 1 legendary and 1 of the normal rares as well as your usual 6 packs. So
they're really pushing it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's mixes it up a bit. Yeah. Thanks again for joining us for a slightly shorter edition. So we hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, get down to your local game store this weekend. Hope you pull some sick cards. And yeah, enjoy it. It looks good.
Dominaria looks like a super sweet set. So yeah, and that's the first chance to get hold of those cards.
Yeah, see you at GP as well. See you there.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Nice to see you.
Oh, it's goodbye from us. Good night.
Later.
Yeah, that'll do. It's goodbye. It's goodbye from Andrew. Goodbye. It's goodbye from me. Good night.
Good night.